I was deeply saddened to learn of the cold-blooded murder and political assassination of Charlie Kirk, American commentator and campus activist. I'm also appalled by some of what I've seen on the internet today, where people are celebrating and applauding the murder of somebody just because they disagree strongly with his opinions. At the University of Toronto, Professor Ruth Marshall tweeted out, quote, and I would say brace your ears, make sure there's no children listening to this, quote, "Shooting is honestly too good for so many of you fascist cunts," end quote. Now, it's been said that Professor Ruth Marshall was not referring to Charlie Kirk when she sent out this tweet not long after he was assassinated. Whether that tweet was directed at Charlie Kirk or not, there are at least two things that are profoundly wrong with the tweet. First of all, why is a professor with a PhD using a word spelled C-U-N-T? It suggests that perhaps Professor Ruth Marshall is educated beyond her intelligence if she needs to use that kind of language. Secondly, there's something so wrong with the growing sentiment that people have that it's okay to censor, jail, prosecute, or even kill people that you strongly disagree with. This is in and of itself a very fascist idea. The fascists in Europe in the 1930s and the fascists that are around today believe so fervently in the rightness of their own viewpoint that they actually feel entitled to lock up their opponents, attack their opponents, jail their opponents, censor their opponents, silence their opponents. And this is one of the core elements of fascism itself. It seems to be a growing trend, this sense of entitlement that I am so right that I'm entitled to censor you. We've seen it here in Canada with calls last year for criminalization of the residential school denialism. Anybody who disagrees with the narrative should be criminally prosecuted. We've heard David Suzuki call for the criminal prosecution of people who disagree with his theories on mankind being responsible for climate change. So, sad day for free speech, sad day for democracy when somebody is murdered and assassinated on account of their views, and perhaps sadder yet when people celebrate and applaud that kind of cold-blooded murder. I'm John Carpay. Thanks for listening.